Hello dear students, welcome to Akshat International School online classes. In our previous video, we had studied about the graphs, which is a very important topic as I said earlier. Okay, today we'll continue with that topic, that is the graphical representation of the motion. In this video, we are going to discuss about the area under the velocity time graph. Okay, what represents the area under the velocity time graph, okay, that we are going to study in this lecture. Okay, now as you all know that we had studied about the graph, that is, this is our x-axis, this is our y-axis. On x-axis, as I said, that will represent time, and on y-axis we are going to represent the velocity. Okay, now with this or in this graph we are going to find out the area. Okay, and with that area what we can find, the physical quantity which we can find by the area under the velocity time graph. Okay, now suppose if you remember, if I say to draw a graph of this condition, now what is it written? It is written here that the acceleration is 0. That means the object is moving with constant velocity. Okay, now we all know that if an object is moving with constant velocity, then the graph is parallel to time axis. Okay, now in this, suppose if I have to find out the area under this graph. Now what does it mean? It means that if I draw a perpendicular here, okay, that means basically the object had covered some distance in this given interval of time with this velocity. Okay, now for an example, the velocity of the object at this point is v and the time is say t at this point. Then the area under this graph, that means this whole area, will represent a physical quantity, and that we have to find out. Okay, there are many questions based on this topic which are asked in the exam. Okay, now as we know, this geometric figure looks like a rectangle, isn't it? Fine, so it is easy to find out the area of rectangle. Okay, we all know that area of rectangle is length into breadth. Okay, now here in this one we have both the quantities. Okay, say this is our length and say this is our breadth. So I can write it as V into T. Okay, so area of rectangle is V into T. From this one we can find out. Now we all know that velocity is displacement upon time. Now we all know this. Okay, that means I can write it as V is equals to S upon T. My dear students, don't get confused with this S. Sometimes many students get confused that S stands for speed. No, S here stands for displacement. So please be careful. Speed or velocity is denoted by V or U. Fine, and displacement is denoted by S. So don't get confused. So from this, if I do a little bit of math, here S can be written as V into T. Okay, now I have two different equations. Say this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. Okay, now if I compare both the equations, what I'll get that area of rectangle is equals to displacement. Okay, now what does it mean? That if I have a graph, if I have a velocity time graph, in that velocity time graph, I can find displacement with the area under the graph. Okay, that means if I have the velocity of the constant velocity of the object, for example, is say 15 meter per second. Okay, and this velocity at this interval of time, say here the time is say 10 seconds. Okay, so if an object is moving with 15 meter per second, then after 10 seconds, what will be its displacement? If we have to find out, we can easily find with the help of the area under this graph. Okay, how we can find out? Say, it's very easy. See here, that we know that area of this rectangle represents the displacement. Isn't it? So I can write that displacement here will be area, that is length into breadth, that is, now the velocity is 15 meter per second and the displacement is say 10 seconds. So the object will cover 150 meters. The object will cover 150 meters in 10 seconds if the object is moving with the constant velocity 15 meters per second. I hope you got it. Okay, let's take another example. Fine. I hope you have noted down the portion which I had explained here. Okay, if you have not noted down, then you can pause the video and please note down the geometry, the math which I had done here. Okay, let me take another example. Okay, if I have again a velocity time graph. Okay, again this is our x-axis, this is our y-axis. Now if the object is moving with uniform acceleration, okay, suppose this is the graph. Now if I have to find out the displacement of the object after say the time interval t, if the object is moving with uniform acceleration, then the final velocity of the object, say this is the final velocity here, that is v. Now I have to find out the area under the graph. Now area under the graph will be this one. This is our geometric figure which we will get here. I hope you know this geometric figure very properly, very nicely. You know that, isn't it? What is this? This is a triangle, and we know the area of the triangle here. Okay, now what is the area of triangle? So area of triangle is half into base into height. Fine. Now this is our base and this is our height. According to geometry, this length will be equal to this length. So from this y-axis, we can find out the height. Okay, that is, again, say here at this point, the velocity of the object is say 10 meter per second. Okay, now say after 5 seconds, say here the time is 5 seconds. So if the object is moving with uniform acceleration, that is velocity at after 5 seconds is 10 meter per second, then what will be the displacement of the object? Okay, so here again we'll find out the area. Here also I can write that this displacement is equals to area under the graph, that is half into base, that is 5, into height, that is 10. Okay, so this is cancelled here. So we'll get 25 meters. So here the displacement after 5 seconds is 25 meters. I hope you got the concept. Fine. So sometimes directly it is asked in NCERT also. There is a question that what represents the area under velocity time graph, or what will get under the area of velocity time graph. So in 1 mark we can write that area under velocity time graph gives the displacement. Okay. Now sometimes it is asked that, sir, we have only two areas. That means because we have two graphs, that here it is a triangle and in the previous diagram it was rectangle. How we can find out the area if it is the object is moving with non-uniform acceleration? So my dear students, in your higher classes, like when you will go in 11th class, in that class you can study how we can find out the area of this non-uniform acceleration, area under this graph, because this is a geometric figure which we had not studied, isn't it? But there is a different method, there is a different separate branch of mathematics, that is calculus. With the help of that, we used to find the area of such graphs. Fine. So this is a very important concept, that we can find out the area with the help of the graph, and with that we can find out the displacement of an object. So there are different questions which are asked. Okay, so I hope you got the concept in both the examples. Fine. So that's all for today's video. We'll see the very important topic of class 9, that is equations of motion, in our next video. Okay, thank you.